It is now Wake Forest game week here at Florida State. Welcome to Tallahassee, everyone. I'm Scott Kotick for Seminoles.com. One thing head coach Jimbo Fisher was especially pleased about following the victory over Miami was the extended touchdown drives his offense put up. Drives of 60, 70, 80 yards that would cover 5 or 6 minutes. Sometimes it's not always about the big plays, but taking what the defense gives you.
We can go out there and execute because the teams aren't going to always give you those big plays. And you're going to have to take them when you get them, but at the same time, you got to be able to execute up and down the field, and that's what good plays and good teams can do. They can take that route and be content and hit the 6, 8, 10, 12-yard routes underneath and be able to yak yards, run with the ball and be able to run it and mix. And that, to me, that's what really, when you're a good football team, you're able to do that.
Saturday's game against Miami marked the first time Jameis Winston had a little bit of a rocky first half. Head coach Jimbo Fisher, though, couldn't be more pleased with the way Winston responded by just forgetting about what had happened and leading his team.
Dealt with some adversity, came back very calmly. Managed the game. Second half was 12-14, and made big plays when he had to. Critical third down throws. We didn't have the touchdown throws, but we had a lot of guys got caught on the 5, 6, 7, and we ran it down there. It didn't matter. We were still scoring, leading drives. He led 5 drives of 70 yards or more. Execution of the game and managing the game and all those things. I think he continues to grow in a lot of ways, sometimes and not always on a stat sheet. But 325 yards is pretty daggone good. I thought he played very well, and for me as a coach to watch him make a couple mistakes and then brush them off and come right back and still execute and at the same time not get passive.
And finally today, there's been a lot of talk nationally about the BCS rankings. Who should be 1, 2, and 3? Florida State did move back up to number 2 this week. Jimbo Fisher's message to his team, though, is very simple. Control what you can control, and the rest will take care of itself.
Exactly the same things, and we're going to demand it. And that's where, it's up to me, but it's really not. It's up to our senior leadership and the unity council of this team and the leaders of this team to make sure that we understand the importance of every game. And hopefully we've gotten that across, and how we prepare for every game, and we're going to practice the same way for every game no matter who it is. Again, our opponent has no face, and we don't mean that in any disrespect. It's just that's the next game. That's the way you got to go about your business. You have to be very process-oriented about it and do the same things and keep remembering why you had success. And it'll be a great test for the maturity of our football team.
This is just the start of Wake Forest game week here in Tallahassee. Florida State looking to clinch the ACC Atlantic Division for the second straight year in a row with a win over Wake Forest on Saturday. Seminoles.com will be in Winston-Salem at BB&T Field with the team. So here on Monday afternoon at the Moore Athletic Center, I'm Scott Kotick for Seminoles.com.